Hello, this is Shayna Robinson of Rebrand You. This is your brand image consultant, and today we are dissecting if you actually have a hobby or if you actually have a business and how we decide and differentiate between that. So what I want to ask you is, do you have a service, specifically a service? We love service-based businesses. So do you have a service and you're talented and gifted in an area and you want to help people do it? There's a few key indicators to decide if you're in business or if you have a hobby. One is, do you have a key process, a set out process in which to take your clients from point A to B? The other thing is, do you call them clients or are you just giving advice? So if you are doing something for free and you have no problems helping people, you're probably falling more into the category of, a hobby or just helping. If you have a price tag attached to your business or that process that you help or the advice that you give, you're probably in business. What is your business model? So do you have a structure for how people come into your business, how they find you, how they start working with you, how they convert? If the answer is no, you're probably not in business. If you do have something like that, you probably are in business. And if you are at the stage where you're kind of in between, you're transitioning, you're going to know that in order to be seen as a business owner and to be seen as credible, you're going to want to make sure that you have a process that you go through with your clients to take them from point A to point B. A lot of times when people come to work with us, the difference is that when I first started out 6 years ago, I didn't have a process. I was really good at the sales side of things, so I was able to convert prospects into clients, and I had a framework, but it wasn't a thorough framework. So, we had a framework as far as this is how we're going to work together. We meet for sessions weekly. This is how much you pay. This is what I promise to deliver. And a contract, right? And so having a contract is a whole other aspect of it. But truly, if you're in business, you need to have a contract. And we're going to talk about that in another video, the power of having a contract. The reality is that in business, you have to have a process in which to do things. So as I got better, I realized that anybody who was successful had a signature program, a signature offer, and that was thoroughly detailed. And that it really focused on what my pain points were, where I wanted to go and what I wanted to achieve. And then they had a framework for me to achieve that. A lot of times you'll see people who are in business who understand the psychology of what you want and what you need and what you're missing. And if you don't do your homework, you might invest into something only to get a very basic framework, and you're still going to be left with the same questions that you had. So make sure that when you're looking for someone to work with, and you're really looking for some credibility pieces as far as what's their track record. Ask them the hard questions. Have you worked with a lot of clients? If you haven't, can I talk to the ones that you have? Why haven't you worked with a lot of clients? If this is a hobby, what are they obligated to and what are you obligated to? And why have you not made this a business yet? So one of the really key essential things that I realized in my research before becoming a brand image consultant was that the people that I respected in my lane all had a brand. And there's some of you guys out there who have been operating on a basic level and you're just helping people, giving them advice. You're not too sure of what your worth is yet, so you would never put a price tag on what you do for people. You thoroughly enjoy helping them, but in the back of your mind, you definitely know that you do want to be able to charge them and have a little bit of a buy-in for your service. So this is where we go over to business owner status, where all of us who are watching this should be. So if you haven't fully transitioned to that yet, there's a few credibility pieces that are missing. And one of them is having a brand. And when we look at your brand, we look at the foundation of your brand, meaning what's your mission, what's your vision, what's the framework, what do you help these people do? And so much more, but that's just a couple of the points. We look at your brand design. So do you have a logo? Is it just a basic logo? Or does that logo truly connect with your target audience? Does it convey the feeling, the mood, and really translate what you want to that target audience? Are they receptive of it? Also, your brand voice. So how do you speak to your clients? Sometimes you'll see brand copy where people are swearing. Is that in line with your values? If it's not, then you're probably not going to use that type of brand voice. You might see some that are really sweet and inviting and cherry and bubbly. If that's you, that's a great brand voice to go with. So does your brand have a brand voice? And then the big kickers, when you pull everything together, what's the brand experience? So if your clients aren't having a great brand experience, then guess what? People are not going to refer you to other business. And a lot of business these days is based off of referrals. So today I want to leave you with, take a quick audit and look at your brand. Ask yourself, do I even have one? And where am I at on the scale? Is this an expensive hobby or just something I do to help people? Am I in between, or do I have an established brand that probably needs to be rebranded so that I can connect with my target audience? Thanks so much for spending some time with us today. Can't wait to see you guys in the next video.